Good evening, YouTubers. Alright, today we'll be replacing a valvematic. This engine is a 3ZR motor from a Toyota, and we'll be replacing this valvematic, which is used to Toyota use this to adjust the valves by moving a rocker that increases the lift of the valves. So it is a variable mechanism, electronically operated, that pulls this lever and push this lever backwards and forwards to increase the lift of the valves. Now, a lot of people take off this whole unit, as I have here, in changing the valvematic. The whole unit is taken off the vehicle, meaning you have to pull the timing chain and everything there just to replace this unit. Today I'm going to show you the most effective way of changing this valvematic without taking off all this front plate with the cam holders and everything. So let's get started. This is an engine that we are going to put in a vehicle. It came without a valvematic, so we are going to put this valvematic in this engine. So let's get started. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is take off the valve cover, which is held down by some 10 screws. We're going to pull out all of these. So I'm going to take off 1, 2, 3. From there, we're going to lift the cover. All you need to lift the cover is a small screwdriver. So we just lift it like that. Remove this one from the middle. You don't have to take out that one. Alright. That's us. And this is the cover. Right here. So we're going to start right here for now. And if you look inside here, this is how it looks. Right? This is when the valvematic is not in. So we're going to put in this valvematic here. And the first thing we are going to do is we're going to get a 12 to pull the valvematic out. Let's get that 12. Alright. So here we are now. If you take a closer look, you can see exactly how it is inside here. Alright. So it has a little clip here that holds the valvematic. If you look, you can see it. I'm moving it now. Alright, that's a little clip there. So we just push it apart because we need to get this pin out. This pin out so it can come out. Alright, so we're going to pull this right here. So I'm going to turn it up that you can see exactly what is taking place. Alright, so as you can see, it has 3 bolts, one here, and one there. Alright, so we're going to take out those bolts. So this is what you would do if it's a complete assembly engine just like this one without pulling off the whole cam holder unit. So this is the bolt we have here. This is one bolt. This is 2 bolts. And here we have number 3. So you pull those bolts. Take off the bracket. This bracket holds the wire loom. The next step for us to do is pull the studs out of the valvematic unit. So here we go. Alright, we're going to get a one. Alright, so here we go. Just hold that one. So you take out the studs. Alright, and that's it. That's the stud. This stud will be going back here when we finish assembling the valvematic. So we're going to put it back here and we're going to pull this one next. That's the next stud. All right, the next step we're going to do, if you look at the valvematic, all you have to do from here is turn the unit. Right, it's going to be on the vehicle, and you just turn the unit to the side like that. Right, from there you're going to move this clip further down. So from here you can see the pin that is inside of it. This pin here, because what you're trying to do is release this pin. Right, so you're going to release this pin. So we're gonna put it in a position where we can basically tap the pin out. So we're gonna get something that we can take it out. From there we get a little hammer to tap it out, and we just move it out like that, and we turn the valvematic, right, and we just give it a little tap to get it out, right, and that's it. When you turn it, you can see it right there. From there, you need a pliers to get that pin out. Right. And this would be done in the car. So you'll get the pliers and you pull it out. This is the pin. That's the pin that holds the valvematic to the cam followers. After pulling out that pin, the valvematic can come out. So from here the valvematic is out. So it's time to install the valvematic on this engine that we will be using. Right? If you look inside of the engine, you will see exactly how it is situated. Right? So this is it. This connector unit that is here, we're going to take off this connector unit. Right? And the way it come off is that the clip, this clip that is here, you move the clip, and from there you can get it off. Alright, so this is, we can take it off. Let me just take out this clip completely. So from here it has a slot and you can just slide it out. So this is the connector that holds the valvematic onto the follower, the adjuster that adjusts the valves. Alright, so we are gonna put back this connector in here just like that. Alright, we're gonna turn it up. Alright, we are going to in turn put the valvematic in. Alright, I'm just cleaning off the surface here. Put the valvematic in. Alright, we're going to turn it this way. From here we're going to put the valvematic in. As you can see, it slides in. Alright, and we are just going to install these two studs that we took out. This is one and this is two. Alright, we're also going to install this bolt here, and that bolt will hold it in place. Alright, that bolt will hold it in place, and we'll just run up the studs. Now this is the installation procedure, but I already showed you the removal procedure. You're going to put on back your bracket. This is the bracket that holds the wire loom. So it goes there and here. And you tighten back the 212. One there. Here. Alright, then we just run them in. Okay. Alright, he's recommending that these 12s are short. So it's recommended that these bolts are torqued to specification. So we're going to torque them to specification. All right, that's it. That's it. That's it. All right. from there, it's time to install the pin, this pin here, right? And get that pin in. Now installing the pin, it's easier for you to use, just get the engine in the car, connect the wire loom and everything, and use a scan tool to move the valvematic inwards or whichever direction it needs to catch the pin, right? It's easier that way. But if you don't have a tool to do it that way, you can pull the valvematic, the rocker arms manually, right, and catch the pin and pin it. So the first thing we are going to do, we are going to put on back the clip that it holds the bottom of the connector, so the pin doesn't go right across. So we're going to put in back this pin here, right, like this. I'm going to turn it a little, make sure that it's at the bottom of that one. We're going to spin it to make sure. Okay, so there we have it. It is down at the bottom here, but up the top here is exposed. Alright, so we can check it again. It's locked at the bottom, but up the top is exposed. So what we are going to do from here, we are going to ease the valvematic that direction and push in the pin. Here is the pin. Alright, so from here we can use a strong screwdriver. You can put it behind here. Alright, line up the pin where you want it and you just give it a little push. And that's it. That little push there will allow it to move, and from here you're going to put in the pin. So the pin is going to slide in, maybe a little tap. There you go, it's in. So that's the way you get in the pin without using the computer. Give it a little tap just to get it seated, and that's it. It's seated. Now from there you're going to put on back this little clip here. Alright, check and make sure that it is seated properly. And that is how you change a valvematic on a 3ZR or a 2ZR motor. Right? And by moving the rocker assembly manually, you can also feel the tension that is on it and realize that it is moving freely. So you know that the assembly is moving correctly. So moving it manually is not a problem. But you can also use the computer, as I said before, and move the valvematic inwards or outwards depending on what you need to do to catch the pin. Right? So this is how it is changed. Right? This job is maybe like an half an hour. Right? When doing it the right way. Right? So from here we are going to install back the cover. We are going to clean it off. Get some silicone and clean that area and put a little bit on it just to make sure that it is sealed. And we are all done. So the surface was clean. Everything seems to be lovely. And we are just putting on back the cover. There we go, the cover is on. And there we're going to put in all the bolts that we removed. Now these bolts will be torqued to specification. Alright. And the work will be done easily and efficiently. Right? I just thought we all needed to know the best route to take when doing a job like this. So we will torque up those and we're done. Thank you for watching. God bless.